Hello again. We are here for another beautiful object lesson. As you can see by the looks of it, we had planted some beautiful tomatoes. The devourers have come. They have chomped it all. As you can see right here, all of this was tomato. You can see some of them still standing, but they came here. They devoured. There was some. This was, I believe, this was cucumber growing. They devoured. They devoured. Let's see some. Oh, look at this. We got a little buddy here. I don't know. This is almost could be cantaloupe, but it could be cucumber as well. This is nice and hairy there. It might be cucumber. Like the edges of the leaf, usually they're spiky if it's cantaloupe. If it's more smooth, it's cucumber. However, we will see. There's another one growing there, as you can see. Beautiful. But there's something beautiful about this place because this is a place where the compost was placed. And you're probably wondering what I mean by compost. I don't have any more of my compost bins, but usually it almost looks something like this. But I mean, of course, it would have food and it's black and it's dirty and just where we put all the things that we throw away. The horrible stuff that went rotting, the bad food that we didn't want, the things that we couldn't eat because it went bad, we would put it all in a bin. And then I eventually put it here, and it's on the bottom. I'm going to show you what I mean. As you can see on the top here, it's like more of like kind of wood chips and things like that. But as you go down deeper, you start to see this nice, rich, black soil, moist, rich, nice, moist. And as you go deeper, you see it's nice and rich, it's solid, it's moisturized. And as you go even deeper, I'm going to show you, you will find some of those things that were placed in here. I think I'm feeling something, or I'm feeling some nice root system there. But basically, sometimes you can find some of the pieces of you see some nice little worms here. You find the pieces of avocado skins or some of the stuff that has just been, decomposing there. But this is part of the compost. This is what has made it so nice, rich, and strong. Nice little cilantro growing, and here it is. This is what I wanted to show you. These are two zucchini plants planted side by. You see how big we only planted this about a month ago. I think it was about a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. Imagine this is a type of growth in just 3 weeks of a well moisturized and what's the word? Composted garden bed. Look at this. We already even have a zucchini coming up. Wow. Nice zucchini. And there's another one over there too. I don't know if you see it there with my finger right there. And so this is what happens when you have good soil. As you can see, the devourer came here chomping on this too. We're just chomping all. This was watermelon here. They chomped on this too, sadly. They ate away at this one. Got some parsley here. This stuff is growing. But yeah, this is what we have. Oh, the eggplant also nice and strong. Eggplant is the best, strongest eggplant I see so far. And this is just a couple of weeks planted here. And it's nice, strong, growing beautifully. As you can see, this is what happens when you have good soil. This is what you can do with all of the things that you thought were bad, things that you thought were no good, the things that were decomposing, the things that you don't want to eat or you can't eat because it's no longer good. That creates such beautiful, rich soil filled with nutrients that then the plants can feed off on and grow in the greatest potential way. This is sometimes how life can be. Life can be filled with so many bad experiences. I want to show you just for reference. This is what the zucchini looks like here. And I'm going to show you another brother here in this area. He also has zucchini. And as you will see, they're close to the same size. Of course, his are far advanced. And so he's got zucchini already. They're nice and grown. Here's one. The other day I remember seeing, this is about a foot long here, what you're seeing, just so you have an idea. This is my hand, and it's longer than that. So yeah, there's some nice ones down there. Look at that down there. Nice zucchini, about a foot long, nice and strong, well-watered garden, and these are the results that you can get. So This is, and more zucchini here. Beautiful. He's done a great job with the garden, and as you can see, he's got a nice amount of watermelons growing nice and strong. And that might be cantaloupe as well. You see, the leaves are kind of a little bit pointy on the edges. The devourers have come there too. They have been eating away. But these are some of the things that happen when you have good soil. And so I just wanted to show the comparison of growth. I have other zucchini growing over there. They are not close to growing anywhere like that, what you saw in that garden bed. And so this is what happens when you are able to give good soil to your plants. And this good soil came about through things that were being thrown away, things that were no good, things that were not desired, things that apparently were not going to be useful anymore. And that is how sometimes God is able to use those bitter, painful, unjust experiences in our lives to allow those to be the nourishment that helps us to grow even stronger, fuller, and better because of what God has permitted us to go through. God does not take pleasure and does not desire us to go through those painful experiences and sad things that happen to us. However, according to his beautiful promise in Romans 8:28, he promises us to be able to work all things together for the good of those that love him and are the called according to his purpose. So no matter how dark and dreary and sad and ugly things may be, God, because of who he is and of his power to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think, according to Ephesians 3:20, because God steps in, he's able to do what nobody on this earth can do. He can cause a horrible, sad situation to turn about to become one of the best things that could have happened in our lives. I am not here telling you it was good that you got raped. I'm not here telling you it was good that you got molested and somebody abused you. That is not what I'm saying at all. These people need to be held accountable for their actions, and one day, if they have not repented, they will rot in the lake of fire, and God will do justice. But what I am saying is, as a result of all those painful experiences that we went through, because you were abused, because you had a divorce, because you went through all that you went through, you now have become stronger and are able to minister in a deeper and more meaningful way to others who have gone through similar things in a way that you never would have had you not gone through the experience yourself. And once again, I'm not saying here, oh, because God wanted you to minister to these individuals, that's why he allowed you to go there. That is not what I'm saying, because that is not how God works. In a sinful world that we live in, there is so much that happens that was never within the plan of God to take place in our lives. However, because of how good and faithful he is, he can take what the enemy wanted to do in our lives for evil, and he can turn it around to bring about the greatest good that we could not have even imagined. That is how good God is. And that is how he is faithful to his word and faithful to his promises. And this is how he continues to reveal his love and faithfulness to us, even in the midst of the most painful and dark of circumstances. Even through the unjust things that men may do, God will always have the last word. God bless you, and may God help us to continue to look unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, the Son of righteousness, with healing in his wings.